because I feel like Danny might have a couple ideas on who do you think if we go on with Joe Budden's logic of a couple of podcasts are gonna crumble and burn this year. Do y'all have an idea? Do y'all have a couple podcasts that you think it just ain't gonna make it out of 2024?
Majority of the women.
Is the sloth still moving?
I was gonna say 4 Minds.
Bruh, I don't know. I think we kind of got him up out of here, bruh. I think he's vanished. I don't know what he's doing. He could still be dropping regularly.
I think he is still moving, but I don't know how.
But like in terms of impact and anything actually happening, ain't shit going on.
You don't got a lot of soldiers no more, right?
There's nothing. I mean,
Still got AI bot soldiers. Like, he got them.
Yeah,
I think even his bots are running low, honestly.
God
Because
damn.
I haven't even they haven't even made themselves known. Except for 2 weeks, we had a lot of bots in our comments. Those might have been him. He might have had one last win where he was like, "Let me just get these niggas on the way out," kind of thing. But
Like a jealousy.
he forgot to stop paying for the subscription, so you can just use them.
If you made it this far, drop a sloth in the comments. But Danny, what did you say?
I said you said women. I was thinking about 4 Minds.
Oh yeah.
Some people are saying Warrior Mall. Some people don't think Warrior Mall will survive.
You think it's any weight to that?
I don't agree with
why
that.
don't you just say you? You're,
Yeah.
why don't you just say your people?
Some people.
Some people, nah, I'm not one of those people.
Nigga said his
I
alter
think they
ego.
survive. I think they have a loyal audience, and they don't depend on guests. I think there's some podcast humblings about to happen. I think $1 million worth of game is it for a podcast humbling, or maybe they're not living up to the deal that they signed with Barstool, so they might get taken.
I'm so glad you said that, actually. I'm going to send Lauren over this thing of the Edison list for the first quarter so far of the top podcast, the top 10. $1 million worth of game was up there still. So,
But those are charts.
this is the Edison research chart.
Oh, you said Edison. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the most
Edison
official chart, but you know.
It's essentially the most official chart, yeah.
But a lot of our podcasts getting deals just based off where they rank.
Well,
All
where
right,
they
so
rank is.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Where they rank sometimes is an indication of, especially on a list like that, it's an indication of how well they're doing.
Sometimes.
So the top 10 podcasts are the Joe Rogan Experience, obviously, Breakfast Club, number 2, Black Effect, Crime Junkie, Drink Champs, number 4, $1 million worth of game, number 5, Joe Budden Podcast, number 6, Steve Harvey, number 7, The Daily Show, number 8, Shits and Gigs, number 9, Dateline NBC, number 10. Click that. Yeah, or zoom in.
Is this the chart for the black audiences?
Yeah, this is Black Weekly
I remember
listeners.
this is.
Yeah, so
Okay, got it.
yeah, that is true. Top 10 podcasts amongst Black weekly listeners. I'll send it over to you.
Isn't it insane that Joe Rogan is still somehow number 1?
He's the GOAT.
You ain't black if you don't watch Joe Rogan.
On black audiences. That's crazy.
And
Yeah, this is
Dominicans might be counted as.
Damn, you know what? I'm just now thinking. Oh, nigga. Actually, it says it right there in the top left. This is Q4. This was
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
Q4.
last year. So this was Q4 of last year.
That's still.
So this was how
It's not the worst barometer.
it's not the worst.
It's
though,
the best we
'cause
have.
This is how
Yeah.
everybody closed the
That's
year
what
out.
AJ
Pretty
pulled
much.
up.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't. Nothing's like compelled me to click on anything $1 million worth of game.
Me neither. I mean, I was about to say,
honestly,
like,
I don't know how they're still surviving. Like, shout out to all the niggas really watching.
bro, that shit
'Cause
blew,
I'm-
go back to it. That shit blew my fucking mind because
'Cause
I mean,
give me-
in terms of this, what podcasts are gonna fail? I was happy. I was comfortable putting Drink Champs and $1 million worth of game in there because I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't think they're going down that easy.
Nah,
Well, I
man.
think it's more like what Danny said, to where it's going to be a lot more humblings and reality checks that happened this year.
I don't know if we was talking about it, but somebody was talking about how like the middle class of podcasting is like completely gone. So it's only going to be top niggas and like niggas at the bottom. So maybe nobody on this list is ever going to disappear, probably ever.
Oh,
but
I see what you're saying.
It's going to be like poor minds.
minds.
Like he said,
Right.
like I feel like they're kind of in the middle.
middling X.
It's the middle niggas.
Yeah.
And
Do
That's
y'all-
gonna get
do
a
y'all
little
really,
shaky.
Do y'all really think Poor Minds is out of there? I don't think they're out of
No.
there, and that's because they have the 85 South backing.
They're not, but like they
That's
are
not going
in
to make
that,
them not beef.
Nah, wait, that's them two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
nah,
them.
they're
The ones
staying
we
around
just talking
forever.
about.
Yeah, they're
They're
good,
staying
I
around
think.
forever
Why you think that?
because
The 85 South Foundation is it's a cult it's a cult foundation.
But even
you know what I'm saying?
fuck,
Like
they completely separate from them. Like they're their own like
no.
hooligan
They
entity.
are 100% under them.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying,
semantics,
but yeah.
regardless, it's like there's a whole demographic of their fan base that doesn't even connect them to 85 South. Like, it's just like a bunch of bitches and shit.
Lauren ain't shit.
Yeah, say your piece, white man.
Hey,
Well, I was letting y'all get y'all shit off, yo.
White
That's
man,
all.
So you got something on your chest?
Danny, white man just pulled something up on the screen, man.
I can't just jump in and just
White man
speak.
can say it.
I
pulled it
will.
up.
I will, but I'm just saying, like, I let niggas go. I try to let y'all speak. You feel me?
No, he circled it, Danny. He circled it with it. He circled it with his mouse.
He literally wanted us to hone in on what was happening. I've never seen Lauren try to get my attention so well. This shit worked.
And Danny, you could probably
man.
guess, for real, for
Well,
real.
I was thinking that these types of
What about
podcasts.
the Academy? Where do you think they stand?
Okay,
Yeah.
because you know what we're talking about, so you're going to divert. The Academy.
No, my bad. I didn't know what you're talking about. What did you say?
We talking about them niggas you
I
need to
thought you
know.
said-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the need to know.
Oh,
podcast.
my bad. Yeah, they need to stop. Stop. I don't think
Yeah,
their podcast is terrible.
Jesus.
I mean it is, bruh. It really just when it comes down to it, me and Danny will have like every so often. It's like we don't just like weekly just meet up. It just be like that, or I'll just
The niggas in this room have talked about it.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like every couple of weeks. It's like, man, I tried to watch a Need to Know podcast clipping.
Goddamn, snitch.
Yeah, yeah. We get into it.
And
You
it's
letting
like-
everybody know, huh?
And it's
I'm
like,
sorry, Angel.
Goddamn, this just ain't it, nigga. But I remember
yeah.
I heard them talking about how they wanted to stop before.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like I might have heard
I was
that.
like-
Okay.
What was the tone of that conversation?
I was,
Who was headlining that? Like, who really didn't want to be there? The girl?
no.
the guy?
It was Alex and Savon talking,
okay.
and it was mainly because they were kind of going through their journey, like of the life of the show type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they were like, man, we were gonna quit, but I felt like that we were gonna quit conversation was like a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So-
we just came back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would still
nah.
like to see it with what y'all said though. If they like flip who leads it and see what it's like if Alex leads it.
No, it's over for that podcast.
You think so?
I don't think it's. I don't think in terms of like. I don't. They have a underdog fantasy thing or a partnership right now. I think it's either underdog fantasy or Prize Picks. One of them.
Yeah.
One of those. But if they're on a thing that comes to a contractual end, then I think it could be. It could be. But they.
I don't
Their
think
studio's not theirs. They're at Full Pump Studios, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. That I know that studio. Everybody uses it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
dang, what's the size on that?
I
Yeah.
think
Go ahead.
I think they're just compromised. Like, they work with people in the industry, so they don't give big. I don't think they give takes. I don't want to give the sauce away, but I always thought like if they did what you guys did, they would be in a better spot. But they can't even give it up.
No, they can't.
In terms of, yeah, they can't talk about Charlemagne the way or the way I talk about Charlemagne.
Yeah.
So it's like hollow, empty calories, you know.
And I mean, even if they do,
And I want to hear them talk about Drake's albums.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's the
Go ahead, my bad.
and even if they
example.
do give it up, they preface it too much anyway. So it's like their on mic performance ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're like gearing us up for every hot take. And I'm like, nigga, I wish you would just fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to say, I got a real crazy hot take. Oh shit, what you about to say?
Hey, yo,
on-
Cook King.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's really like baby rap radar low key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're just younger and like, more updated fashion. But
I will also say any podcast that has the format of what the initial Black Podcaster boom was, which is essentially a Breakfast Club layout. Two hosts and a female, two males and a female, or something along that nature, and same talking points. I'll say any of those podcasts, don't even waste your time starting one of those. It's dead for you. Like, I just don't even think you have to. I think you have to be somebody already to really. Why would I go there? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Why would I
been
go there
replicated every
for
time.
something I can go to the Breakfast Club or Joe Budden for?
why don't
Nah.
you feel like that's the same with like
That's
just
exactly
a duo
it,
of two?
yeah.
Why don't I feel it's the same for a duo of two?
Yeah.
It depends. I could feel the same exact way. I'm just saying,
okay,
like,
yeah. It's not- I get what you're
I'm
saying.
just saying, like that 3P shit. The 3
It's-
podcast literally is a failing mission. Like, it was a failing mission because that was the initial mindset of when I started that podcast. It was me, my boy Shane M. Petty, and I was like, we need a female host, and it's like we'll take the Breakfast Club format, and that can work in podcasting, which is what we did for years. You know what I mean? But that show didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it
you're
had moments, but it wasn't. it's not about to be placed up there with the other shows that do that from famous people who have already established themselves in the business.
It's so many. It's
Until
a lot
you
of.
get-
It's a lot of different things that go into it.
Yeah, I was about
It's
to
just
say.
so many different
Because
things
a
that
show
go
like
into
that
it.
works the best when you're already
It's-
someone who people want to hear from.
Yeah.
Yes, but
That's
with-
podcasting in general,
But that's
kind of.
that's with life. Like
Yes.
you want to
Yeah.
hear from people.
Yes, but what we do is like people don't know who we are already, but there's a niche involved in like what's being done now to where it's a specific take that's different than everything's already out there. So it's like
It's a
it's
small-
more listenable from people who you don't know.
It's a small window to sneak through, but like you can do it.
God bless we found this niche, nigga. Because
Yeah.
Like, I think y'all, right, when y'all did that Where's Wax video, right, there's not too many people doing that,
yeah,
right? Y'all were the first to do that. Y'all broke, everybody's like, but nobody, like, the Need to Know isn't going to broach that subject for whatever reason, maybe because they're compromised and they don't want to talk about what happened. But guys like you will talk about subjects that there's a real need for, and they don't give that much thought, whereas you guys will deep dive and really investigate what happened to Wax? What's going on?
right.
And I think that's what holds that type of podcast down, because Charlemagne and them could talk about Drake's album and people are going to be tuning in, but nobody wants to hear what 𝙬𝙗's saying about For All the Dogs.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah, man. It's
Nobody wants to hear Savon. What's his name? Savon?
Savon. Yeah.
You don't even want to say his name.
I
man.
can't. Even,
Yeah.
I don't even want to say his
What's the
name.
name? Any other podcast? Are there any other podcasts that we could think of that are under some sort of like contract or partnership deal that might end this
Under
year?
some scrutiny.
We already said Roy and Maul, but that
I feel like Joe Rogan got humbled.
No.
Nigga,
what?
I think
What?
Joe Rogan
What are you
got
talking
humbled
about?
this year.
You
I'm
still
telling
on?
you.
You still on this?
I stand on that shit. I stand on
Hey,
that.
please,
firmly.
somebody please
And
humble
this
me
is
like
gonna
that.
end-
What do you mean by that? What do you? I'm trying to.
Yeah, we need to hear this because we trying to get child
I
support.
just
out
feel
here.
like overall, I just feel like overall,
I'm like-
if it was as successful the first time, they would have did the same deal.
No.
They would have gave him the same deal. What was the point of paying for exclusivity and then giving it up in a couple years?
Because they already got what they wanted from him.
It's a lot of
That's not
different
how it
things.
works.
And he already gave he got leverage now.
And they
not how it
they
works.
also probably wanted to see like how, like what's his range, like how far would people go, like they.
What you
it's-
mean?
it's- I mean, I'm not about to make. I don't care.
Exclusivity is dead. Period. Nobody has exclusivity deals anymore because it's not. There's no point of it.
Yeah, but Rogan was the one getting those deals. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's getting humbled.
Everybody was getting those deals back then.
And like I'm saying, Joe Rogan's no longer getting those deals.
And then they
This is a
decided,
humbling process.
And then
It's
instead of,
non-guaranteed.
giving him $100 million, they gave him 250.
Non-guaranteed.
And he could post on his channel, right?
Non-guaranteed.
Yeah, but we know at least 150
Non-guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. They don't.
What's the
have
lowest
as
you think he
much
could
faith in
possibly
them.
get?
Bro, he's
out of
getting
this?
the best of
And,
both
The
worlds.
lowest?
and if the stipulations are based on views, nigga,
Bro,
This is crazy.
he's literally getting the best of both worlds right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is
Like, what do you?
this is as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets.
I'm
bro.
standing on this.
it's Black History Month. I
Standing
feel
on
you
this.
though, but
He
it's-
doesn't even control his ads. Like, you got to understand, he's got less control, less guarantees.
Where? Because ads on what? On Spotify?
On his
Do
podcast.
you believe this, or is this like the thing where like a podcaster has to disagree? Like, is that?
Bro, look,
Nah,
I-
I completely
I don't know.
believe this.
Danny, I don't know what's happening right
Yeah.
now. 'Cause whatever look you have right now, all of us have that
Yeah,
collective.
bro.
look.
That's crazy.
Since y'all all agree, y'all all right. All right, we'll see.
Don't throw me.
Yeah, we'll see.
We have
But
okay.
nah, Podcast Cringe, and it's crazy because after we dropped that episode,
Yeah.
Podcast Cringe made a video about the deal. And I'm telling you, nigga, this is not as rosy and sunshine as it looks.
All right.
I
Okay.
promise
So we know two.
Wow.
Okay, I'll look into it.
You promised, you gave me 100. Wait, what was the first deal?
The first one
150?
was like 150.
150, guaranteed. You gave it to me. And then
Yeah.
the next deal, you said I got a expected 250. I could get that, but I got to earn it.
So how much do you think? What do you think the lowest he'll get if he doesn't get all 250 million?
Yeah, what do you think the guarantee is?
What do you think he might get?
Probably the 150
Yeah,
again.
yeah. What do you think the guarantee is? Because they guaranteed him
guarantee
150
something.
already.
I'm not sure.
There's a
I'm
guarantee
not sure.
already in there
I couldn't
for sure.
say. A
You don't-
couple million for sure. I just couldn't say how many million.
You're not comfortable just saying 150?
150
It's gonna be-
No, I'm not as overconfident as you. I like to
It's gonna
think
be
about
crazy.
things.
It's gonna be a lot of money, and somebody Spotify, please humble me. I want to get humble like Joe Rogan.
For real, nigga. Humble a nigga out here. Danny, you were asking about the Academy though?
Yeah, I was wondering. The Academy. I know some people believe it's off to a bad start with Troy Ave getting arrested and the little boom situation.
It was definitely
Yeah,
off to a bad
so,
start.
I don't
think,
know.
Yeah, I don't think the Lil Boom situation was that bad just because Lil Boom content wise, it was fucking trash anyway. So it's like
Well, it was pretty bad.
he wasn't adding no value. That comment section podcast was dog shit. So it's like, none of that was helping. Troy Ave is probably the biggest hit. And now that, shout out to the comments, we know that he only is doing 1 year in jail. But I didn't realize that 𝛿𝙾𝚃 is also signed to the Academy, and Flocko will be doing pop-up Academy content.
That's
cool.
gonna help. That's gonna help him a lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Wait, Flacco's doing content for them?
He'll be doing pop-up content over there, for the Academy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out Flacco getting a fucking bag.
So that alone, Flacco and Ack, even if Flacco and Ack just do one podcast a month,
That's good
I
to
think
go.
that's going to keep the entire
That's
Academy
good to
afloat.
go. Yeah, that might bring more.
And I'm not going to lie, 𝛿𝙾𝚃 is kind of hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that
He's Shy Glizzy.
that DC nigga,
Yeah.
or Baltimore, whatever.
Wait, Shy. Glizzy.
I know who you're talking. The
You know
say
who I'm
cheese
talking
nigga.
about.
The nigga
exactly,
who be talking shit
exactly.
on say cheese.
Yeah. No, go to Reddit because I don't know if you. Ack was interviewing this nigga and he was talking cash shit about his girlfriend, Shay Glizzy. And he was like, Ack, fuck that girl, Ack. Like, bro, that shit
Word.
was funny. He was, go to DJ Academics, Reddit, and then search 𝛿𝙾𝚃. This clip is absolutely hilarious. But honestly, 𝛿𝙾𝚃 is personable as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I see him on there with FBG J-Main, because I can't watch J-Main content because it's done. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. It was funny the first 2-3 times. Like, he's been whored out, kind of. You know
get
what I
the
mean?
stick.
But with 𝛿𝙾𝚃, I was like, oh, this is great.
Said it's a little edibles,
He was
recyclable.
interviewing academics.
Yeah, when he was on off the record, right?
It was off the record, yup.
Yeah, we do need more personalities like 𝛿𝙾𝚃 in the culture, though, for real.
But
Well,
I don't
maybe.
know. Yeah, I don't
That nigga
know.
be on
𝛿𝙾𝚃
bullshit.
𝛿𝙾𝚃 be on bullshit.
He'd be on bullshit. But the part that's funny about him,
Oh,
But
okay.
honestly, yeah, I do think the Academy is gonna be okay though, bro. Just off the fact that I know Flacco gonna be there here and there.
Flacco gonna
It's
hold
gonna-
that weight up.
It'll probably be okay, but I don't think it'll be academics' fault.
What you mean?
No.
Like, I don't think it'll be his fault. It's going well.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Any other podcasts that we can think of
Happy side
that are
accident.
destined to fail this year?
Destined to fail.
Destin and fell. I don't know about.
Yeah, I don't know. Destined to fail.
It's-
Just
It's
most likely to not succeed.
Honestly,
That's
I could see.
a hell of a surprise.
I can see maybe like 10% of like half these sports podcasters. They probably gonna.
Okay, because it's a crazy boom.
It's
It's
so
a crazy
many that
boom in the market.
10%
It's a little too
is
much
probably
going
gonna
on.
disappear.
That's
I
true.
think that's gonna get worse, or not worse, but just expand.
yeah. I think there's more of them coming. Actually,
Yeah.
It's gonna
That's
be
happening.
so much more, man. These niggas.
I don't know if there's any.
Nigga, it's a
too
new
many-
We're gonna
sports
be in the
podcast
locker
like
room,
once a
literally.
week. Like it damn near feels like a new
There's
sports
a
podcast.
player on every team in the NBA that has a podcast.
It's a
Yeah.
matter of time before the locker room is mic'd up. I'm
Yeah,
telling
what's
you.
that
Yeah.
one? Nick Young got one, right?
Nigga,
that
Giannis,
one ain't gonna last.
Giannis' brother has a podcast.
And he don't even play.
That's probably the best one there is, low key.
Kind of.
He don't even play.
Giannis's brother.
Thanasis, nigga?
Thanasis.
You think you think he has the best sports podcast?
Hilarious. Got to be funny.
You laughing at him.
Absolutely.
That's Giannis's goofy little retarded little brother.
He's his older brother.
Oh shit.
Oh, y'all haven't seen it yet. Y'all just saying
I've seen
just
clips.
because you've seen him play.
I've seen
it's
clips
gotta
of
be
him
good.
It's
interviewing
got to be
somebody.
good. It's got to be good.
But I don't know, man. It's just so many sports podcasts, and they have to find a way to distinguish themselves outside of the personalities.
What do
you know
you
what I
mean?
mean? Like shit, exactly what I said. Like
You don't think
they're all because it's inevitably it's just going to be like your point about the Breakfast Club shit.
Yeah, just
like
oversaturated with the same
a
exact
couple
thing.
NFL basketball niggas and a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That know a little bit about something.
one of the differences is that like there are active players with podcasts right now. So with certain things that are going on in the NBA,
That makes it
like
yeah.
like it's just they're gonna have.
that'll
You know
get
how
the-
we're
That's
a
a cheat code, though.
podcast about podcasts.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck around and just turn into a podcast about the NBA,
about the league, yeah.
but
Okay.
from the actual players. So you getting real
Yeah.
scoop.
Well, the NBA might shut that
it's
shit
what it
down.
is now, but
That's
it's
what
just,
they do
I feel like
now.
it's gonna expand more.
But
The
it's
gonna be
NBA and
more
the NFL
direct.
might be like, oh no, y'all niggas ain't podcasting during the season. Y'all got us fucked up.
They too late if they
Or
try.
or
I don't
talking
think they-
about
go ahead.
current things like current things.
Nah, they too late. They already been doing that.
Chris Paul is
No,
the head
it
of the
doesn't take
Players
anything to put a new
Association.
policy in. They're employees
That's
of
true.
these corporations.
No,
true.
but they still
I don't
got to
think they
go
can do
through
it,
the
though.
Players Association.
Yeah, they do.
Chris
Oh, they
Paul's
do?
the head of that shit. Yeah, like
not
nothing like
dictatorship?
no, the NBA is not just. Well, there's certain things for sure, but with things pertaining to the players, There's a whole body that's ran by the players in the NBA for that.
Oh, I thought
They decide a lot of different shit.
I thought it was a dictatorship.
The NBA is the mob.
Cut all that shit over.
NBA is the mob.
When it comes to the game and playing the game, there's a little bit of where like what Adam Silver says goes, but when it comes to the players, like he's saying, like there's some rules. That
Depends on who's reffing.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah,
Might be a
honestly,
slimy nigga in there.
I had no idea Nick Young had a podcast.
Well, that's the one
And
I
it's
said.
probably because he doesn't really want people to know until
What y'all think about
everybody knows.
What about no jumper? What you think about that? Podcasting side, not the corn side.
Why would you even mention the corner?
I think they're positioned for great success, guys.
This nigga.
Is that sarcasm? Are you practicing
Hey,
parody?
I respect that,
This
Danny.
nigga.
Especially because your video dropped, nigga. For sure.
I don't know. I think they're gonna withstand it, man. I think as long as Adam wants to do it, he's gonna do it, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I think he's fought through enough to where he's just gonna keep fighting to
And
do
you gotta
whatever it is
understand.
he decides. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Rocky Balboa.
When your right hand is like just like depravity, is that the word? Depravity?
Deprived. Depravity.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Depravity.
no idea what
can't
I think it's
tell you.
depravity.
I think-
or just like just scandalous shit. You're always gonna be up and running because it's always gonna be a stupid nigga that's, you know what I mean, gonna want to come.
Oh, you mean degeneracy?
Degeneracy.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know what you was
gotcha.
talking about it first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come people don't talk about the other aspects of No Jumper's business, like Instagram, Snapchat, obviously the X-rated stuff? And I never, there's a bunch of people who just watch No Jumper content all day. So I don't know. When I went out there, I kind of got the sense that they're more of a well-oiled machine than we would like to think.
Nigga.
I think the antics.
This nigga Danny
look,
had one
I'm
first
not
class
sure.
flight.
Literally.
All right. So
nah, but I'm just saying.
okay. So what do you
I'm just
mean?
saying.
Go ahead. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Why don't they?
So
why don't
they
mention the
essentially
other
have
thing?
because they have an Instagram account with millions of followers. I'm sure they
Facts.
monetize that.
Yeah, for sure.
They have a Snapchat account with millions of followers, Twitter
Facts.
account with millions of followers.
Facebook.
I'm sure they monetize all of that. And then the X-rated aspect of the business, I don't know if that's connected to No Jumper, but I'm sure
It's not.
it's a part of the expenses or the way. I kind of feel like they're as well-oiled as anybody, even if they go up and down in views. And yeah, they're also, there's the advantage. A lot of people make fun of Adam for doing clickbaity, clout chasey stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
that works. That's all, and he's not ashamed to do it. So
Right.
why would they theoretically fall apart? It's the other people that are guest reliant that need a guest to survive that I think are much more susceptible and not as uniquely positioned as Adam is or Joe Budden is.
True. Yeah. Guest dependent podcasts. I do think they might hit a wall. Just because, especially just going back to the sports podcasting, they're gonna go to their teammates before they go to $1 million worth of game or something like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think so for me with No Jumper, I do wonder the corn is not associated in terms of I'm not putting those two together. I think the corn is extremely profitable though. I wonder how much of that profitableness is to help and keep certain aspects of No Jumper afloat. Even though I do know they have a boom in Snapchat, they do have a boom in Instagram, they have a Facebook page, they have YouTube pages, things
Twitter
of that
probably doing good.
Yeah, oh yeah, because you can monetize Twitter and shit like that now too. So they are monetizing on every single independent artist front. The one thing that No Jumper doesn't have as much compared to any other podcast, I would say, is they don't get nearly as many ad reads. But they've monetized the actual view or the click better than most people. So in terms of that, but I don't know with that, just because anytime you're monetizing the view and the click, there's just things that happen. You know what I'm saying? To where CPM goes up and down. Facebook at one point was paying the most, and then they stopped paying niggas for a couple months completely. They literally closed ad revenue payments off completely. And then they brought it back, but the CPMs weren't the same. You know what I mean?
And no Jumper is in a weird position because when you went out there, what was the vibe of the store
or the office.
or the
I ain't go to
office?
the store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was at the store. Nah, okay. The office. I mean, that's what I said. It looked like a machine to me. Where
They definitely
it
got that
kind of
shit
because I
going.
live in Brooklyn, and I remember seeing Vice like when I used to walk past the Vice before they went out of business. It reminded me of a mini version of that, where you had people working on content. You had people. The shit looked good, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a big disconnect
Should look
Yeah.
admirable.
between maybe the perception.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not really worried about. I don't know, bro. Just because I have watched a lot of Adam interviews too, and like even ones that he did late last year before Atlanta got piped by the first nigga.
That shit just.
It was like they were having like a quick financial conversation. And the way she said, "You haven't done that good this year," it was like, God damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, everything, I'm not invalidating nothing you're saying. All that looks to me like it's going to make money. Whether we think the quality is there, even if it's just fast food views do pay you. You know what I'm saying?
McDonald's will always be in business.
But it's like when I see you talking to your wife and y'all are having like a quick conversation about we're gonna do this Jason Love thing because you haven't had the best year, and last year was good, but this year wasn't. I'm like, what the fuck is really going on? You know what I'm saying? It's just like little things like that have you like.
That might
One bad year,
that
she
have
go
you
to the dark side.
That have
might
you
just be her
thinking.
master manipulation though.
I don't know.
She might have him insecure about his funds.
I don't know. At
It
the
could
same
be the
time.
case.
So,
But that's why I said I think it's just really gonna be up to Adam. It's going like I don't think they're gonna go down just based on what's happening in the podcast because they have, like you said, they have the infrastructure. So it's gonna be based on Adam. If the No Jumper podcast stops, it's probably gonna be his decision.
It's literally
That's how I feel,
It's
too,
gonna have
yeah.
to be
Yeah.
him hitting the switch.
Yeah,
Like,
he gonna
Yeah,
hit the
for
switch.
sure.
because
for
I
sure.
feel like it's such like you know what I'm saying, to Danny's point, it's such a well-oiled machine. They have toys. They have like No
Oh,
Jumper,
the Kadamas and
the
stuff.
Kadamas,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah.
are buying them.
Yeah,
So
facts.
like it's completely different. It's almost like I don't want to compare them, but with what currency is doing with like Jet Life,
Oh yeah, the brand can stand.
Like, the
there's
brand
certain,
is gonna
there's certain aspects of the brand that stand alone.
it's gonna stand for the test of time. I think Adam has just hit that point, especially if he keep fucking with like the local gang niggas. You know what I mean? Fucking with the politics.
That has a time limit on it. That has a time limit before.
Depends.
That has a time limit.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that could bring him down outside of himself. If we're gonna say there's something that could.
Yeah, Danny, we're happy you got back safe.
2
There was just
3s.
gang members over there pissing on the No Jumper doors. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, nah, there's no place for Danny.
I
yeah.
said, fuck.
Damn, son.
I said, fuck this shit. Like, I don't even. It's just. It doesn't even feel comfortable to live there. It's like it's just
Yeah.
this much. All these threats all around. Nigga, I'm good.
No,
I'm
no
too used
type
to
of
this. I'm too
science
used to the
going-
suburbs at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, nah, you can't restart the chapter of the game you had in real life, nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you can't go
But
back.
yeah, man, that's about it though. At least for this, I guess we kind of listed a couple people that just need to stop or could possibly go down.
How y'all? Wait, one more. How y'all feel about Math?
He's good, probably.
He's been so close. He's been too close to 1 million subscribers for way too fucking
Yeah,
long.
he's good.
Honestly, I don't want to do it, but I'm really curious to start running some checks to see
A
what
couple
the
more Punjabi.
That's what the fuck is going on
He
over there, bro.
We
You know
talked
what I'm
about this
saying?
before.
Like-
Then
what you-
Bangladesh.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to put it on them because I wouldn't definitively
I
put
will.
them on them. But
I saw it on Reddit, so it got to be true. So
Okay, yeah.
basically, allegedly, the nigga
Wait, what
has
you mean? What you trying to say,
nigga-
AJ? What you mean? You running some text?
he has an assortment of Bangladesh supporters. You know what I mean? Like just a bunch of Punjabi niggas who are like running up his views. That's what I saw. That's what I
Yeah.
read. And then like once you
Yeah.
look
Where
at
you saw? Oh wait, on Reddit.
Hey,
You saw this on Reddit?
seen it in Reddit and my eyes
Danny,
in
he
the
has
comments.
he has no science.
And then-
this is magic he's speaking of.
and
Right
then,
now.
yeah, I'm doing alchemy, nigga. But it's you look at the numbers, you start to like connect shit. It's like you start to look at the comments. It's
Yeah.
like, and with certain
looking
pages,
fishy.
you can just feel. You can just feel it.
The views don't represent the impact that any of the interviews ever have. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like you got 500,000 or 150,000, 200,000 views. Why have we not felt this impact anywhere? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I wouldn't say it's about impact.
how many views does that have with 47 comments?
17,000 views
when was this released?
4 hours ago.
Okay. Well,
I don't know, dog.
You think those are all the Bangladeshis?
Danny be having 200-300 comments. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like the last LOY probably got like 20 comments.
on 5,000 views.
Hey, shout out to Danny. Now,
you
nigga.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for real.
I don't know, bro. It just be
Well, that's why you gotta do it. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments. I say that like 18 times a video, man.
And
He said, "It's not.
but
an
it's not
accident."
even about. They
I don't
don't
know,
even
it's
have to do that.
we don't say that, and we clear 100 every time.
And the reason they can't say that is because it's just gonna bring up red flags.
I don't know, man. The whole my expert opinion thing, I do believe that something could happen this year.
Really?
I think something could happen this year. He's already fallen.
Didn't he reconnect with his man, Esso and Heineken?
He did.
They
He
took a
did. They
picture
reconnected.
together.
Yep, they did.
The nigga with the dreads.
They took in a picture, but hasn't he been through he's already had 2 podcast inner working issues already though in like a year.
And which is why
Yeah.
I think he's more likely to just go solo with the podcast. If anything changes,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be like, "Fuck all these extra empty barber seats.
Yeah.
Like shit, let's actually get haircuts and let me talk to one."
I don't think he
individual."
can change the set.
That's what I'm saying. He's not changing the set, but I think just him and another person.
He don't want to work that hard either.
That's what I'm saying. Like all the asses in that set are so important to him.
Yeah,
because
bro,
they help. They help.
It cuts down how much research he got to do.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Cutting up a
Because
lot of the bills he has to pay though.
the odds of a nigga that he invited being an actual fan of somebody he's speaking to is probably high. You get what I mean? So the nigga don't have to do that much work, and allegedly the nigga fans is fake.
Or at least 4.
Man, this reminds me of like why Joe is so dominant. Like because he just reinvents himself. He brings something to every era. He can interview. He can do all types of content. Like these other guys don't got it like that.
They're not versatile.
It's kind of wild.
Anybody not versatile is liable to get the fuck up out of here this year. For real. Any non-versatile podcast host or podcast or platforms. Yeah, out of there.
Y'all hear that?
You know
Better
what I'm saying?
start tap dancing and juggling, nigga. At the same time.
Fuck that. Go back to school. Get your finance degree.
How y'all feel about Back on Figg? They on our home screen right now.
You just put them in debt.
I haven't been paying attention lately. To be
Wait,
honest.
I just said what I want to do.
that's a great one. Figg Unity. Figg Unity looks like they out of here. I think
It does.
Figg Unity.
Figg Unity looks like it's out of here.
Community. But back on Figg, maybe not though.
Nah, they're good. I
They
think
good,
they're
right?
good.
Back
It's
on
just-
Figg, yeah, their new set is crazy too.
Word?
That looks spectacular.
Can you put it on mute? Oh,
Yeah.
well, never mind.
Look
Yeah, it's
at
on
it.
me. I'll bring it up.
Shit looks spectacular. Look at that shit.
Oh wow.
That shit is beautiful.
Wonder
Man.
who they set designer is.
Yeah, I don't know who designed this set, but the Back on
Crips.
Figg, yeah, show everybody this shit.
Yeah, it's up.
The Back on Figg set is spectacular, nigga.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, this is fire.
This is fire.
Everything.
Like,
This looks like the basement of a cool ass store.
yeah, bro. There's
They
nothing.
look like 80.
There's not a single.
They look like 85 West.
Low key, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's who they need to
That's
do.
true
A,
shit.
that's who they need to do a collab with. Terrell, I would say success in terms of quality content. T-Rail needs to branch out and talk to people that have nothing to do with the West Coast, because he's good enough to talk to other people of the West Coast, but when he's only talking to West Coast niggas, he just falls into
That loop.
into
I
that
was about to say.
into that loop that nobody gives a fuck about outside of the West Coast. But he's good where he can talk to like a Danny Mullen and nobody wants to talk to him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he can talk to anybody. Like he can send him over to Steve-O's podcast and he do well.
He'll shine.
Danny
Just-
Brown's podcast. Like
Oh, that'd be crazy.
that'd be crazy actually. But if he just did shit like that,
yeah,
the podcast quality would go up significantly.
Yeah.
that's true. I can see that.
He could grow a lot, but
On a branch out, he would do well.
yeah.
He'd do very well.
Which only overall is going to come back. But Figg Community World, bro, I mean, you could just tell
What
they
do they
haven't put
even
too
do?
much care into it. It's still,
What is it?
it's a no jumper for all of them. They all have
Yeah.
their separate ventures, but they come together under
It's the
Figg
cross
Community World.
pollination type
And
shit.
it's
The
one,
Avengers.
it's one show
Yeah.
weekly, shame on you, and then they have like a Figg Community news like twice a week, I think, like that. But it ain't shit really
Yeah,
going
I
on
haven't
over
really
there.
paid
It's
attention to
just,
that
it ain't nothing really going on.
Yeah, and also
Shout out
looks
them
like
brothers.
people are distancing themselves and kind of focusing on their own brands. Kind of
Right.
like No Jumper, like what happened in No Jumper.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just about to get spread thin.
Jesus.
So they non-existent no more. But you know,
Facts.
hey, shit, that's the year 2024, nigga. We're gonna see a lot of podcasts fail.
Yeah.
Some people are happy to see this happen.
But that's it, man. I'm gonna let you go, Danny, bro. Appreciate you calling in. Make sure y'all follow Danny. Where can they find you on Twitter? Because I always forget the Twitter handle.
Yeah, the Stop TV on Instagram and Twitter. A lot of things happen. Shout out to Jay Noble's Tone Groove and Age of the Menace, man. I always love the work you do.
Yeah.
And,
you do
the
the
white
science
man
as
too.
well.
The white man too.
Well, Danny, I didn't know we had beef. What's
Oh,
going
my
on?
bad. Lauren. My bad. My bad. That was grimy.
It's Black
grimy.
History
My
Month,
bad.
nigga.
I
Oh,
apologize.
goodness.
You should be
Nah,
last.
you a white man and got disrespected by Puerto Rican.
Fuck him.
You know what's crazy,
And
Danny? Is we were about to play a Chiggs video, but then I said, you know what, let me ask Danny if he made a video about this so we don't play Chiggs. We should have played that shit, nigga.
Nah, man. Play Chiggs. Shout out to
Choose the
Chiggs.
sides.
That's crazy.
Chose the side.
Nah, man. Leave it alone.
Shout out to
Leave it alone.
Chiggs.
Okay. Peace, y'all. Peace. I'm going to leave on that note.
You know,
Yeah.
no. I didn't even.
Yeah. All right, Danny.
Peace.
That was perfect.
No, wait, I didn't know Danny had beef, man.
No, he
Yeah,
don't. I
yeah,
just,
yeah.
man, I'd be fucking with him with that shit. It's that shit is not even.
No,
right.
no, I
And
know he
make
don't have
sure,
beef.
If
yeah,
any,
The
oh,
Timmy
you're talking
turned
about
into
y'all.
his Jimmy Neutron.
and make sure
Yeah.
y'all go follow him on Twitter Spaces. He's always getting yelled at by Joe Budden.
yeah,
So
yeah, for
that's
sure.
pretty
That's
fun
true,
to
that's
fucking
true,
listen
That's
to.
always fun to listen to for sure. And
Very
then look
fun.
out for his No Jumper interview, which we're all excited to see because he was up there with his laptop and it's going down.
And his glasses.
Yeah.
His favorite ones.
Let's go look over this